Along Toronto's harbourfront lies the Redpath Sugar Refinery. A steel behemoth scoops up mountains of white grain and drops them in a cargo container. A sign next to it faces the street. Written in bubbly, mid-century, cookie tin cursive, it reads, "Making the world a sweeter place." By the time I was 7, I had my first root canal. My mouth was a coal mine quickly being excavated, blown apart by crystalline dynamite, C4 made of corn syrup, chocolates and rockets, Halloween halls following, summertime ice cream tubs, and I was never taught to floss. My toothbrush gathered dust in a cup on the sink ledge until it was far too late and my nerve endings sang like canaries. Ontario welfare covers the root canal, but not the crown. And with no coat of arms, a cracked and open wound infected an implant job now, and it cost me $3,000 to do it. I look at the poor kids like me, playing in the park, slurping down Slurpees, munching on Milky Ways, a moment of cheap indulgence in a life of relentless denial. Their mothers watch them on the bench with $2,900 in their bank account. I think about how the only people we assume lose their teeth are heroin junkies or sister fucking hillbillies, but the Redpath Sugar Refinery is making the world a sweeter place. Diabetes is at an all-time high. Our pancreases are being held at gunpoint with 1 or 2 bullet holes already punched in, insulin recipes oozing out, faces bearing black balaclavas, and hands wearing blue latex gloves, fisting wrist deep in our wallets. 1 vial of insulin is $35. Guardians bargaining between funding the pharmacy and feeding their children gotta go for the cheapest stuff in stock. The quickest path to addiction, the sugar pack shit. Until sugar packets form a bedrock in the bottom of their coffee cups when the kids go off to college, and one day they'll wake up with the same diagnosis, but this time the vial costs $90. But the Redpath Sugar Refinery is making the world a sweeter place. Endless acres of sugarcane rake over the West Indies like a syrup-soaked quilt, crocheted from severed limbs and torn out history pages. Savage landscapes caved, or maybe neutered is the right word. The groins of the male slaves show the plantation masters never saw much of a difference between the two. The Caribs and the Tainos like steam seemingly vanishing into the ether. Culture, language, children, all the extra fluff to be boiled off in the sugar mills after the bending bones of their earth mother are bundled and sold up the St. Lawrence Seaway. Clearly, Redpath is fond of canals. And of course, Canada's Household LLC, paved atop the paths the Anishinaabe already made, never noticed the irony of their own name, but how did no one notice the irony of that fucking sign? Beyond Toronto's harbourfront stretches thousands of kilometers of concrete. What medicines used to grow free beneath our feet? And when did we let a corporation decide what makes the world so sweet?